I just want to talk a little bit more about materials. Now, within the toolbox, I've provided three shaders. They double down as viewport shaders for previews, and they act as the generators of the RVMat files for O2. Um, and the shaders that I've included is the Super Shader, which is the most commonly used one nowadays for ArmA 2, which encompasses some like 7 different passes, allows for really good looking materials. The glass shader, so a lot of people are wondering how to do that, and now this will be done automatically. And stencil, basically a texture with an alpha over it. These three are the most commonly used in vehicles. The stencil is used for overlaying numbers and different insignias onto vehicles and stuff like that. Okay, let's go on. Here I've set up my little scene. You can recognize the turret. It's from the tutorials. Another object, which is going to be my stencil. I basically copied some polygons, dragged them out, and reset their UV coordinates. And some kind of uh, glass sheet or whatever, just a sphere model that I modified to look like could be a window from some spaceship or something. That doesn't matter. Okay, so now I'm ready to apply materials, and the first one I'm going to do is the super shader, and that will go onto this main model. I'm going to say standard vertex shader, press OK, rename it to BMD Tour 01 or whatever. I'm going to click on this file path, and I'm going to go into ArmA ToolBox / shaders. Pick super shaders. You can see there's 3 to choose from. I'm going to open it. Right now these are using the same material, so I'm just going to select them and make them use another one. Okay. So this is using the super shader. Now the super shader. There are a few things that get exported and a few things that don't. This is what you have to know. The ambient color does get exported, so it affects the way your model will look in game. The Fresnel options, which is this checkbox, the cube map, and Fresnel power, scale, and bias, are not exported. They're just for previewing reflections in Max viewport. When you export the super shader, you will see reflections in O2 automatically, no matter what you put here. This is just to make your model look a bit better. Specular color does influence the way your model looks. Of course, obviously the textures, SMDI, the color texture, the ambient shadow texture, the detail texture, and the normal map texture all get exported. And the last thing is the specular power. It also gets exported, so what you do here affects. The light directions don't get exported. They're here only for preview. If you know that I've set up a 3-point light system, then I can choose these light one directions and positions for a bit prettier solutions. So I'm gonna switch that on. I'm gonna choose my cube map in Toolbox Shaders Envy. That's gonna be the reflection map for the preview. And diffuse map, I'm gonna go into my project folder, select the coal map, the ambient shadow map, specular map, the detail map, and the normal map. Just quickly double check I have all my textures done. You can trick these. And I choose my 3-point light for the lighting of the viewport. Select fill light here. Fill and back. So it just looks a lot better than using the default lights. Okay, and that's the super shader done. I hope that was clear. Now I'm going to create the stencil shader. Again, DirectX shader. from the list of shades, choose texture alpha. We'll call it stencil. Not really important as they export with some default names, but and I'm just going to pick the texture, something I used before, Guardia, and apply. And now you can see that it preserves the alpha channel and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna, this is how it would look like on the final model on the side of the turret. Then of course you can write some script that changes it in game or whatever. It's beneficial, so you don't have to draw it on the actual texture of the turret. Okay, and now the glass. In the glass, same story. Click, shaders, glass, open. Right now it looks a bit bland, so what you can do here is change the color, maybe some funky blue. Okay. What gets exported? The diffuse color and the opacity. The rest are just like in a super shader, just for preview. So I can load up the environment map to see some reflections in the window, some cool stuff. I'm gonna light it a little, so, and that's it. You can make it more pronounced by making it red or something. So I'm ready now. More materials have been created. I'm just going to export it. Export selected objects only. Save texture. Save materials. I'm going to call this 112. Save. I'm going to go to oxygen. Open 112. Now you can see all the models being imported. I'm going to press F5 to recalculate the normals. Look in Bulldozer, and what do you know? See a window, and we're getting some alpha problems, but that can be solved. So what we're going to do is going to select everything, surface, face, sort. I'm going to quickly select the stencil, and I'm going to say face, move top. So now I can see the stencil, it's perfectly shaded. I can see the turrets, I can see the texture, so better move this to top then. Top. And it works perfectly. If you select this and have a look, this has been generated and your glass RVMat file has been automatically put into your folder. That's it.